Okay, we're back with the 1985 Sylvan boat project, and believe it or not, this is the final video I'll be posting on this, unless I polished it up. But I am done. I've officially deemed it done tonight at 8:43 p.m., October 26th, 2014. It took me 2 years, although I didn't work straight through. I primarily worked the trailer over the winter and a couple of weekends, 4 or 5 weekends before each vacation, and I'd get it to a certain point where I'd take it out on the water. But this last 2 months I really put a big emphasis in it and got it pushed out. So a couple of things I did, I wanted to, I don't know if I mentioned, I did run an extra wire up front. That came in very handy because I decided to get that LED. I couldn't pass it up at Bass Pro, it was just too nice. Although I had to add an extra switch in the back, which I really don't have. But I ended up putting it inside one of those little plastic cabinets. So the carpeting all went in really well, glued down nice. I would definitely go with the 20 ounce. The 24 ounce is a little bit too thick and kind of lays down a lot and shows walk marks, footprints in that. The 20 is really pretty nice, which is what I have on the side. So a couple other changes I made. These Temptress seats really sat straight up. They were horrible, actually. I didn't like them, but I did offset the fronts by about a ½ inch, actually exactly a ½ inch, and they worked out perfect. They're really very comfortable now. So let's see, what else did I do? The last piece, the one that was really driving me nuts, was what to do at the top of the splash well, and what I decided to do was just carpet it and put trim on each side. It stands up a little bit. I don't know if you can see it's offset, but it actually blends in really nice. And I've got a little mount back there for my light pole and of course the American flag. And then I siliconed the seams in the splash well with some crystal clear. It seemed like it sealed up pretty tight, but there was some old gasket material. I just didn't want anything leaking down there if I could avoid it. It's a pain in the butt, but it's all done. And let's see, what else did I do? I mounted the paddle slash hook. I use this a lot if I'm back in the trees trying to get snags out. It's nice to have this thing nice and handy. So I've got everything right here. I've got the switch panel. I've got the switch for the front headlight up in that black box up on top because I had to kind of rig something up. I only had 6 switches. I have a stereo, I have a cup holder, I've got the trim there, and you can't see, but there's a speaker back there, and then behind it is the vent for the amplifier. And then that round disc underneath what that is above that is actually the stereo. It's a really nice rig. I'll show what the box looks like. I was going to hold that out and let people see that. It's really pretty slick. It's just that, and it's Bluetooth. It sounds fantastic. I'm driving 4 Boss speakers, 6-inch, and it drives them fine. I believe it's a 50 amp, and it really sounds pretty good. Obviously, my configuration here, what you're seeing is really kind of a 4-man fishing configuration. It is a little tight. I'll back up here. It is a little tight with 4 people, but it's definitely doable. Kind of like a walleye style where everybody's fishing off the side. If I was going to fish by myself, I'd take these 2 seats out, and I was fishing with 1 other person or 3 people, I would just probably put the seat to the left. And then I have the seat to the right and left, which is kind of like I call honeymoon style. It's just kind of like a cruising style if I'm just driving around with another couple or somebody. And lots of cup holders here. I had some extras, so I ended up getting generous with them down there. It's hard to see, the lighting's real bad. And I'll try to get around here. Got some cup holders up front. Actually, I've got a total of 6 cup holders strategically placed throughout the boat, so I shouldn't have much of a problem with people putting their drinks up on the gunwale. They fall off pretty quick. And of course the deck's all done. This storage space, I thought that I'd had some extras, but boy, I forgot about life preservers. So I have just enough room for some tool, life preservers, and some stuff underneath. And that's about it. Of course, I believe I showed this front panel here. I put some standoff screws and some knobs to be able to pull that off. And I put a couple of LEDs up there too, so I definitely did a little more wiring. The hatches were probably the toughest out of everything. And these piano hinges, that's really kind of hard. You got to take your time. You got to measure it just right. And it's a bit of a guesswork about how to cut them, especially if you're making them raw. Yeah, obviously, if you have a template, just try to match the carpeting you can, and you'll be fine. Oh, let's see here. That's about it. I did think I mentioned I tilted the seats back with these Temptress seats. Navstars, like I said, they are very comfortable now. So that's about it. I'll sign off for now. If I end up polishing the boat, I might do a little quick clip after that, or maybe give it a year and lessons learned. One thing is towards the end, I was really careful about not putting screws in anything, but you just got to start putting screws and stuff. You'll never get this thing done. You can't do it with pop rivets everywhere. So, but one nice thing is I've already taken these things out, these little plastic inserts to get behind the wood paneling. So that's definitely going to come in handy, and I'd highly recommend it unless you really want to get creative and build out wooden boxes and cabinets with doors and latches. But this is a nice, easy way to get some storage and some lighting. So that's it, though. I'll check out for now, and anybody has any questions, feel free to drop me a note. Bye now.